You gotta love technical difficulties. Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. We're going to try this one more time. This is our third episode of Tuesday Tidbits, and we've really enjoyed the response we've been getting. A lot of views, a lot of comments sent to me, and questions and stuff like that. So keep them coming in, keep asking, and we'll keep you posted as to what's going on. Okay, first, the ending of Taming Karla. The first draft is done. I've already started revisions for the second of the Harper Twins books, and it will actually be released in September, towards the end of September. But the fascinating thing, and the part that amazed me about Taming Karla, was 29 chapters, and I had expected to write 3 or 4 more chapters, but when I got to the end of the 29th chapter, that was it. The story was over, and it very much came up to me and said that I'm done. And I sent it off to my beta readers, and they agreed. This is it. So Taming Karla is now in revisions. Look for it in September. Amy's Awakening, the third in the series, that's a working title, will be out sometime at the beginning of next year. Now, Tuesday Tidbits. We've enjoyed doing these videos. We've also started putting them on YouTube. So tomorrow, you'll be, if you didn't catch today or you want to hear it again, you'll be able to see it on the YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe to my channel there. Another thing that's going on is Waiting Room will release this Friday. It's a short little novelette. I've already talked to you about it. It's about a waiting room and family and friends come together in the inner turmoil of their struggles and their relationships that happen. Now, I'm also going to ask for ARC reviewers. If you're interested in being one of my advanced reader copy reviewers, send me a note and we'll hook up with you. We'll talk to you. We'll tell you what's expected, and we'll get you set up to read some of my books and help us with the review process. We'd love to have you on our team. We'd love to have you as part of Robbie's Rascals, my Facebook reader group, and a lot of them are my ARC reviewers as well. So look us up on Facebook and participate. Now, let's get to some questions. Sarah asked, would I rather each of my books stand alone, or do I prefer they all connect? Both. I like each story to be able to be read without anybody being lost or confused as to what's happened before, or what might happen later. I'm not into writing cliffhangers. I have nothing against them. I'm just not into writing them. I like a solid story, so that when you pick up my books, you'll be able to read an entire story beginning to end. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not going to connect with the rest of the series. Characters intertwine. My Fangirls series, if you read those, you will see bits and pieces of each of the later stories in the previous ones. You'll see where it connects. You'll see the characters intertwine, and it will actually pick up with a conversation that was had in the previous book and take off with that person's story. So Sarah, I like doing them both. I like them to stand alone, but I do like them to connect, because I believe people fall in love with characters even more than they fall in love with stories. Now, second, Terry writes, in writing one of my stories, are there any moments that I said, they are not going to expect this from me? Funny story, at the end of Reaping the Harvest, my son texted me and called me an ass, because he was not expecting the ending of that book. Of course, we had a long talk about what he called me, but he was just shocked. So there are quite a few times, I think, where people are not expecting what I've done, or how a relationship has turned out, or that it didn't turn out at all. All the way through Losing Faith, you have no idea which way Faith Greer is going to go until the very end of the book, and even that is a little bit surprising. So that's it for this week's episode of Tuesday Tidbits. That's what's going on. I'm currently working on The Warrior's Blade. It's now in first draft form, and revising Taming Karla. So we would love to have you participate. Leave a comment below or a question. We'll put them in one of our future videos. Like I said, check us out on YouTube. Join me on Robbie's Rascals. And we'll have a nice day. See you next Tuesday.